Her hair grew faster than anyone had ever seen. By the time she was 19, it brushed the ground. A month later, it was dragging behind her like a heavy chain. Bola lived in Osogbo, a town where everyone knew everyone's business. At first, her hair was a source of pride. Women stopped her on the street, asking what oil she used. Men teased her, saying they would marry her just for it, and children reached out to touch the thick black strands in wonder. But it didn't stop. Every week she cut it, and every week it came back twice as long. Soon she couldn't hide it anymore. Her mother started burning the cut hair because neighbors whispered that someone might use it for witchcraft. The whispers turned into fear. People crossed the road when Bola walked by. Boys shouted after her, calling her a spirit. Her father told her to stay indoors, but even inside, the hair spread like a curse. It coiled across the floor, tangled around chairs, clogged the bathroom, and filled bags that no one knew where to throw away. The weight of it bent her back. She tied it in knots, wrapped it in cloth, even tried burning the roots with a hot comb, but nothing worked. The hair refused to stop. She began losing sleep. The constant pull on her scalp made her head throb. Finally, she traveled to a hospital in Lagos. Doctors shaved it all off, leaving her scalp raw and sore. She came home relieved, but within a week it was back. Thicker, heavier, alive. The doctors said they had never seen anything like it. By then, her parents were fighting about what to do. Some relatives said she needed a pastor, others a herbalist, others a specialist abroad. But no one wanted to pay. So Bola stayed locked in her room, trapped by something that looked beautiful but was slowly breaking her body. The sound of scissors and razors filled her days. No matter how much she cut, burned, or threw away, by morning her head carried more. Her hair would not stop growing, and no one around her could stop treating it like a curse. One evening, she lay on her bed nursing a headache when a knock came at her door. Her mother entered, saying people were waiting for her outside. Bola dragged herself up, the hair snaking after her like a shadow. Outside stood a man and woman dressed in sharp suits, the kind of people she only saw on TV. The woman held a black folder. The man smiled politely. "This is you," the woman said, flipping the folder open to reveal a picture. Bola walking in the market, unaware. "The world has already seen it too." The man spoke calmly, almost too calmly. He explained that their company specialized in human hair products and had never encountered anything like hers. They wanted to employ her. They would pay her, house her, send money to her family. And most importantly, they claimed they could cure her condition. At the word cure, Bola's mother leaned forward, her face brightening with hope. Someone was finally offering a way out. But Bola didn't trust them. She clutched her hair like a lifeline. "I just want it gone," she whispered. The woman smiled, but her eyes stayed cold. "Yes, we understand. There is a solution, but only after a 2-year contract with us. In the meantime, you'll live in comfort. We'll handle the hair. When your term ends, you'll be cured." Her father came out then, hearing the promise of money and relief. He urged her to sign. Bola hesitated but eventually agreed after the company arranged for her to meet doctors in China. The doctors confirmed there was a cure, rare but possible. They gave her medication for the pain until her contract ended. That assurance was enough, she signed. Life changed fast. She was moved into a luxury apartment. Her parents received money every month. Workers came weekly to cut her hair. Hauling away bundles the company turned into profit. Bola was rich and well-fed, but the pain never stopped. Her headaches worsened. The medicine grew weaker. Each night she lay awake, clutching her head, waiting for the contract to end. 2 years later, she entered the director's office expecting freedom. The cure was supposed to be ready. Instead, he leaned back and smiled as though he'd never heard of such a promise. He admitted the cure existed but said it wouldn't be given yet. He needed her, just 1 more year. The truth hit her. She was never meant to be cured. She wasn't an employee. She was raw material. Her phone was confiscated. Guards shadowed her everywhere. Workers still came to cut her hair, their crates heavier each time. She watched them carry away her freedom in boxes. Her body began to fail. The headaches became unbearable. Eventually, she was moved into a private hospital ward under constant guard. She studied everything: the guard's gun, the doctor's vial labeled Cure 09. Bola knew she didn't have much time left. One afternoon after a doctor's visit, she screamed and clutched her head. When the guard rushed in, she grabbed his gun. Trembling but determined, she forced them both into the director's office across the hall. With the weapon steady in her hands, she demanded the cure. The doctor handed her the vial. She drank it instantly. The world spun. She collapsed. When she opened her eyes again, the air was hot and the voices familiar. She was back in Nigeria. The company had sent her home quietly, discarding her when she was no longer useful. Her family rushed to her side. Slowly, the hair began to fall out. Each day, less remained until her head was completely bare. For the first time in years, Bola's scalp was light. The pain was gone. But deep inside she knew, whatever they had given her didn't just stop the hair. It had changed something else forever.